All right, guys, this is me again. This is Emmett, the Alpha Builder. And guys, once again, if you guys coming back, I appreciate you guys for coming back here and watching my videos. Hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, comment. But today I want to get into something a little bit different, guys. Guys, I'm finally realizing, and I'm finally coming to the conclusion that there is something wrong with the black man's mind that impairs his ability to become great subcontractors and contractors. Now, some of you guys are gonna say, man, that's just that's a bridge too far. I mean, guys, once again, I didn't say all. There are certain contractors like myself, and I know a plethora builders here in the Birmingham area that builds with me. Well, not a plethora, but I know a few guys here that builds here with me, and they really, really work hard to try to make sure their business and just the building itself is in order, and what they do and the way they build is in order. But man, and this right here, man, this right here is inspired because I had a guy. And guys, listen, man, and I only really see this with African-American males, especially that's been raised in the inner city. I don't know, and I'll piggyback and talk about this right here a little bit later. But guys, I had this guy to text me this morning, and he went every last bit of 30 to 40 minutes going back and forth on a text. He already understands that. And guys, I'm not talking about my students. Now, my students, you guys are stuck with me even after you graduate or you get your builder's license. You stuck with me to at least you build 2 or 3 houses. I will call you, etc. But this guy, he's in that flip game or whatever you have, guys. But this guy will he would text or call me, and he'd go back and forth with me for 30 to 40 minutes. And he understands that I can't give you this for free. I've already established that, hey, look, this is what I charge for consulting per hour. This is what you need to pay. But this guy would get on this thing. He would go back and forth with me for 40 to 50 minutes when he could have just paid. And I would give him all the answers that he wants. But he would do this trying to suck information out of me for free. This is where we are, guys. This is where we are. And this mindset, see, guys, it's not about the money for the most part, man, but it's your mindset. And your mindset is that you don't want to pay for your knowledge. Now, here's the thing. Guys, back 20 plus years ago, when I kind of got into this game, I wanted to separate myself apart from other contractors. Whether you white, black, blue, or green, I wanted to separate myself as a builder from everybody else. So what I did was I spent almost every weekend over at South Phase Energy Institute in Atlanta. All the money that I was making from building, not all, but a big portion of the money that I was making from building, I was spending that money for my training over there learning about green building and how to build efficient. All this knowledge, I compiled all this knowledge in my head. Why should I want to, and all this time away from my family and effort and what I put into it. And now you want me to get this information and give it to you for free. Man, this is where we at. This is where we at. And so I just, guys, it bothers me. I got my little list here. I'm trying to stay on point, guys, but that mindset really bothers me. And it made me realize why we have a hard time succeeding in construction. Not only that, guys, we have to also deal with the fact that you don't see a lot of African-American men, traditional African-American men in this building climate. You just don't see us a lot. Where you see and where people see, it's perception, guys. When people look at me, they have a certain perception immediately when they see me. Now, it's what I do after that flip-flops and change that perception. But normally when people see me as an African-American man, what they're thinking about is entertaining and athletes, sports, entertaining, cracking jokes. So no one takes African-American men serious. You would have a better chance out here in this, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys and don't take it the wrong way. You would have a better chance in this building industry being an African-American woman than an African-American man. Now, mind you, one reason is because the African-American community is a matriarch. You know, those customers are not going to deal, you know, if you're doing a custom job, those customers are not going to deal with an African-American woman the same way they deal with an African-American man. It's going to be totally different. If you're dealing with them as a builder, if you're dealing with that African-American woman as a builder, you're dealing with an African-American man as a builder, and even in the black community, we're going to deal with them different. Black people in the black community, because we are a matriarch, we're going to give her a pass. We're not going to press her like we press a black man. It's not going to happen. That's why a black man in this game, you got to be 10 times better than everybody. You got to be better than your white male counterpart. I'm just saying, you have to know your stuff. You have to know, you got to have this thing. You got to have this thing figured out, man. There could be nothing left to chance. And it is what it is. And guys, you know, and like I said, as a black man, you're at the bottom of the totem pole. That's where you are. So we have a hard time because one thing, guys, and one thing that we don't want to do is we don't want to pay for our knowledge. We don't want to sharpen our mind, and we don't want to pay for it. Guys, I even have it to where, even at my own household, if my kids, my wife go to Chick-fil-A and they go get some chicken nuggets or whatever they get, and they get those Parmesan sauce or whatever that sauce, the barbecue sauce, and they get a couple of extra packs and they put it in the kitchen, I throw that stuff away. Because if you want sauce, go pay for it. Quit taking it away from those guys and give an extra pack and you think I'm getting a come up, man. I got me a couple extra packs, I'm gonna hide it. No, just go buy it. If you want that sauce, that Parmesan sauce or Polynesian sauce or whatever that thing is, go buy it. Or just wait till you go to Chick-fil-A again and eat it. You know, I don't even allow that, man, because that's just trying to get over, in my opinion. Now, not all, you know, everybody don't think like that. Ketchup packages and stuff like that. You trying to have a draw for, no, man, just throw that stuff. If you want some ketchup, go buy some ketchup. Spend your money and get it right. We don't want to do it, guys. We don't want to spend it. We would rather try to suck free information off of everybody. And then even the worst part about it is that all the information that you ever wanted to have is right here at your fingertips. You can go on YouTube and take your little time. You go on YouTube, you can go on just Google, and you can find just about any information that you want to find. But these brothers just suck it from me out here. And you think that my time and the money that I spent on trying to obtain this knowledge, I need to just give it away because you're my friend or because I know you. This is where our mindset is flawed. We're flawed. Another thing, while we at it, guys, I'm going to hit a whole bunch of these little things, guys. Another reason we can't get it together is because we don't know how to work together. In this building world, God, okay. Thanks to O'Shea Duke Jackson, I had to give him his props, guys. He's a YouTube influencer, guys. You guys ought to go on there and check his channel. He did something. I heard one of his videos that he did, and he made some good points. And I'm just gonna expound upon his points. We notice how we got a new president, Donald Trump. Is what it is. That's a good, you know, we got us a new president, man. I think it's, as far as the building is concerned, it's probably is a good thing for me. But you had Elon Musk. Now, Donald Trump policies is in opposition with Elon Musk's electrification, or in him doing the battery stuff. But Elon would actually come in and say, hey, we're going to work together on this right here, man. Because what's more important is that we work together. And they can set aside other differences, all right? And that's a whole subject for another discussion, but they can set those things aside and they can work together as a team and build together. We can't do that as African-American men in construction. You know, we have all these different construction companies when really, to be honest with you, a lot of the white builders, they merging together. This guy is good at this other guy is good at this, and they bring it together and they build even a bigger company. But we can't do that, guys. I don't know what has happened. We can't, guys, we're like black men, and this is the analogy that O'Shea made. Black men are like tigers. See, a tiger, when he procreate with the tigress, or the female tiger, they both separate, and there's not a family there. The female tiger go out and raise the kids, the cubs by herself, and then the tiger, he still goes out. He does his own thing by himself. He hunts alone. He does everything alone. You know, but now the lion, they work together as a team. You know, you have the lion. He runs the pride. They have the female lion. They all stay there with him. And then here's another thing, guys. In most cases, the lions figured it out. What they do is when you have a set of brothers that are lions, they take over the pride because there's only one. If you got one male lion over here and it's two brothers, they both share the genetics, they will merge up together. And here's the thing. They know that they are, you know, if you put a lion and a tiger together, in a duel to the death, that tiger beat him. He'd eat him up because the tiger outweighs him, stronger than him. But if you put two of those brothers together, i.e. Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and you put them together, they will whoop you up. Those two brother lions, and this is how they take over prize. They figure this thing out. But unfortunately, man, in the black community, man, and actually, you can just take away tigers and stuff. In the black community, we operate more like hyenas. Hyena. Guys, you guys ought to go look at the life of a hyena. The male hyena is at the bottom of the totem pole. He's at the bottom of it's the females first, the kids next, and then the male is at the bottom. The male is even smaller. As a matter of fact, the male gets all the leftover carcasses of the bones and stuff like that, to the point to where he has to gnaw on bones all his life, to the point to where he usually die first because his teeth get grinded away where he can't even hunt anymore. This is the African American community. This is where we at. And this is what's happening out here. The reason that we can't get out here and be good contractors. We don't have our business in order. That's the next phase. Number one, we don't work together. We want things for free. We don't have our business in order. We don't have our business in order because we hadn't had anybody to teach us. We're in these inner city schools. They're not teaching you about finances and credit, business. They teach you to go out here and get a job. I mean, I get everybody got to work, but they're not teaching you to think. And some of these guys are just there, man. I taught in the inner city schools. Some of these jokers just there. They just there. Some of these teachers just there waiting to retire. And then I had another point here. We're not detail oriented. So we're in the business of construction, right? But we don't really understand construction. We don't understand how a house or these things and all these things work together. And now I get it, man. The reason that we don't understand it is because we don't spend the money for the knowledge to understand it. I put this point down here, but I understand now why that point is irrelevant, because yes, we're not going to understand how all this stuff works together, because we're not going to spend the additional money and the time that it takes to learn how all this stuff works together, because we want people to just give it to us. Then we get out here and we start working in the game. And then because we don't know, or we don't have the knowledge, we think that everything is easy, because we don't understand all the roadblocks and all the things that can happen and the entire dynamics and scopes of work that we need to know. We just think this is easy. Oh man, we just flip. And you know it's messed up when you hear a brother say, all you got to do is. Well, when they say that, it's a wrap. They underestimate the whole construction process. This is why I have an issue with those house flipper guys, because that house flip thing is a loophole in the system to keep you from having to learn about structure and how a house really is supposed to work. I get it. So that's a loophole. That's fine. You figured it out. You got through the loophole, and you out here, you flipping houses and stuff like that. So you never really had to learn how structures and stuff like that are going through proper processes, getting engineers and making sure everything is sound, so that when those people move into that thing, when they move into it, it's okay. And see, not only that, these house flippers can parlay on the fact that once they sell it, that there's you don't have the homeowner doesn't have any consequences in case things go wrong. See, because in Alabama, we have what they call a buyer beware state. So that means that you have to do your due diligence to get your inspectors to go in there. And if your inspectors miss something, you just out of luck as a purchaser. So that's how these flip guys can get away with this stuff when they building these real estate things. These are little loopholes in the system they can get beyond. And then you got these brothers coming in because they don't really understand, like I did, to go over here to South Phase Energy Institute and spend all my time over there trying to learn and perfect my game when it comes down to construction. Now, they're not going to get all that. So since they don't understand all that stuff, they think everything is easy. Oh, it's just a house, man. All you got to do is just do this right here. And this is why they get in here. The footings ain't right. Because they just let the subcontractors or whoever, they using their limited mind to be structural engineers. Boy, man, I tell you, man, this is, oh, man. Yeah, man. We want things free. Guys, I just had to do this video, man. I was a little irritated, man. This guy, this the second time, probably the third time this guy did this right here. And it never changes. I just won't hear from him for about a month, and then he'll start again. Hey man, what about this? Hey man, what about this? And and it's only typically, guys, it's usually African-American men from the United States. I don't have this problem with Nigerians, people that I know like that are my Nigerian friends, or shoot, man. I'm just starting to realize, man, that I just need to work with, And guys, and some people may ask me, well, why do you care about this right here? Why do I care what these brothers out here doing? You just go out here and make your money. Guys, I care because if you out here being dysfunctional in the way you operate in construction, or just being dysfunctional at all, if you out here doing stupid stuff like some of these hood guys do, and guys, that affects every black man on the planet, especially here in the United States. And people they don't have the capacity to make distinctions. I tell my son this all the time. They can't look at you and they make distinctions. When they see you, they see all the other guys. So if they're looking at the news and they saw a black guy kill somebody and acting stupid, they're just looking at you the same way. This is why sometimes I could show up, and I'm the business guy. I can show up somewhere and everybody's looking at me for a punchline. They want me to start dancing or something. This is why I care, because it makes my job harder. This is why I have a problem with this, guys. We have got to start paying for our knowledge. We have got to start working together as a team. It's one unit, 2 or 3 guys. We have got to get our business in order. Everything, licenses, insurances, all these things. And we have got to understand our trade, guys. I just wanted to do this right here. I was on my little rant. Guys, once again, like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. You guys have a good one.
Good.